Hello children, so today we will learn about the sentences, okay? So already you all know what is a sentence, right? So everyone of you know that sentences are the group of words that give a complete meaning, right? So again we have learned the four kinds of sentences, that is assertive sentence or declarative, what we call, then imperative we have learned. Then we have learned about the interrogatives. And the last, that is the exclamatory sentence, right? So we have learned about these kinds of sentences, that is assertive sentence, imperative sentence, interrogative sentence, exclamatory sentence. Whereas assertive sentences, they state what they have it as a statement or a simple sentences and all, whereas in imperative it can be a command, it can be a request, right, it can be a suggestion, it can be an advice, right, order whatsoever. Interrogatives are nothing but the asking questions. Still all these are called as sentences itself, okay. So interrogatives are the questioning, what do you call, sentences, okay, where we ask a question like what is your name, where are you going, are you happy. So such kind of sentences are called as interrogative sentences. And the last one, that is exclamatory sentence, where you show your feelings. Wow, what a miracle, right? What a beautiful nature. So when we say with the help of the what do you call, feeling, such kind of sentences are called as exclamatory sentence. But today we are going to learn in detail about the interrogative sentences. Okay. So every one of us now, you know what is an interrogative, right? It's nothing but asking questions. Right? Interrogatives means nothing but asking questions. For example, if I ask you to give me sentences, so give some examples of interrogative sentences you will give, right? Like why are you crying? What happened to you? Right? Then where is my pen? Right? So how are you doing? Right? So these kind of questions, okay, these are all called WH question types of questions, are going to be called as a interrogative sentences. Okay, now let us just concentrate on the way how we have to frame the sentence questions. Okay, these questions. For example, see, for example, if I write a sentence, okay, this is my pencil. It's a sentence, okay, assertive sentence it is, okay. If I say this is my pencil, so what the question you can ask, whose pencil is this, right? To frame the question, you have to frame the question here. So the question you can ask is, whose pencil is this? Okay, so it's a question. So always an assertive sentence starts with capital and ends with a full stop, whereas the interrogative sentences start with the capital but ends with a question mark. Okay, so this is the difference between the assertive and the interrogative sentences. For example, if I say that I am going to the market. Okay, so this is my answer. So what question you may ask me, children? Yes, exactly. Where are you going, right? Where are you going? Okay, this is a question that you may ask, right? So that way you all know that for certain answers how to frame the questions. I'm telling it repeatedly, children. These are called as framing questions. Okay, we are framing the questions for the given answers. In your practice book also we have this chapter, that is interrogatives, where they have given the answers and you have to frame the question for that particular answer. Okay, so now coming to the next part. till now you have framed the question. Okay, so framing question is also a sentence. It's also a sentence itself. Okay, now today we will learn something new thing, that is question tag. Right? Question tags. So here question tag, children, here we are not going to frame the sentence, what you call a question at all, just here tag the question, that's it. Okay, so you may not know what is a tagging, so with an example let us put an ad. Okay, so here for example my sentence is, he is a good boy. Okay, before explaining the question tag, children, I just want you to know what is a auxiliary verb. This is you have already learned in my first video which I sent regarding the verbs. Okay, so auxiliary verbs, modal verbs I have taught you. So here, children, first whenever you are going to frame the question tag, the first thing you have to check in the sentence is find the auxiliary verb, or what we call it as a helping verb. Okay, so here the first thing what you have to find is auxiliary verb, or whatsoever, or we can say modal verb, whatever it is being used. Okay, modal verbs if it is used. Modal verbs are like will, shall, can, could, that they are called as modal verbs. Okay, so here first thing what you have to find is the modal verb in this. Second thing, children, okay, this one is like whether the sentence is in affirmative or negative. Okay, so here what is affirmative sentence and negative sentence? Here affirmative will say the sentences which agrees, which is true, whereas the negative sentence will say which is not true or false. For example, if the sentence, my sentence is here, he is a good boy. So if I want to say that if that it is not true, what I will add to this? I will just add not to the sentence. See, he is not a good boy. Then it is an negative sentence. Okay, affirmative sentences will say the truth, whereas the negative sentence will say that it is not or it is false. Okay, so if you add not to the sentence, that is a negative sentence. Okay, so here why I am saying this is because whenever we are framing the question tag, okay, once again I repeat, whenever we are going to frame the question tag for the sentence, always you have to check on whether the sentence given is an affirmative or negative. Why? Because if the sentence is in affirmative, okay, if the sentence is in affirmative, then for the question tag we add not to the question tag. Okay, once again repeat, children. See, if the sentence is a sentence, not word is not used, or if I say that if the sentence is a not negative sentence, then in the question tag we add not. I'll tell you afterwards how to frame it. And third thing is you have to see the subject. So what is this? Whether the subject is a noun or a pronoun. But when you are framing the question tag, you are going to use the pronoun itself. For example, in the place of he is a pronoun. You all know. Okay, I will change this into some noun. Okay, for example, if I write here Raju. Okay. So Raju is a good boy. But here in the subject, though here it is a naming word, but when we are going to put the question tag, we are going to use only pronouns. Keep in your mind. Okay. So now what are the three things that you have to remember when we are going to give the question tag for the sentence? First one is we have to find out the auxiliary verb or the modal verbs. And second thing is you have to find whether the sentence is an affirmative sentence or negative sentence. And the third thing is you have to check out the subject. Okay. Now I told the first step is the auxiliary verb. Okay, what is the auxiliary verb in this? Yes, it is. So that we have to start with the capital. Keep in your mind. Okay, children. So here is will start with the capital I. Is. Okay, now I have said the second point. The first one I have done. The second thing is whether we have to find out whether the sentence is in affirmative or negative. Okay, so here the sentence is in affirmative sentence. So I have told you that it is always ulta, opposite. Okay, so if the sentence is in affirmative, we are going to add not to the question tag. If the sentence is negative, then we are not going to add not to the question tag. Okay, so here it's an affirmative sentence. So now I am going to add not to the question tag. Okay, is not. And third, I said that subject. So what is the subject here? Raju. And I told you one more thing, that if the subject is a naming word, then we have changed it in the question tag into a pronoun. Okay, so here in the place of Raju, what pronoun I can use? That is he. So after putting the question tag, we have to put the question mark. Okay, here nothing you have to do with the object at all. You just have to concentrate on these three things. One is the verb, auxiliary verb or the modal verb. You have to find out. Then you have to check out whether the sentence is a affirmative or negative, and the third thing is about the subject. Okay, the subject, if it is a naming word, you have to change it into a pronoun, or if the subject is itself in a pronoun, then not required, you can use that with the same word. Okay, so here I have said is in the short form or the contraction form, I can write isn't he. Okay, so let us see still more examples. See, for example, if I say they are not playing. Okay, they are not playing. So first thing what you have to find out is, yes, you are correct. First we have to find out the auxiliary verb. So here in the sentence the auxiliary verb is are. So start with the capital R. Okay, and second thing I told you that whether the sentence is a affirmative or negative. Okay, so sentence, it is clear that not is being used in the sentence, then it is a negative sentence. And I have told you before itself, children, if it is a affirmative, we add not to the question tag. If the sentence is itself a negative, then we are not going to add not to the question tag. Okay, so we are going to skip this because already in the sentence not is being used. So directly we will jump to the third part, that is the subject part. That is they, which is a pronoun used for plural. Okay, so are they? That's it, over. And question mark. This you should never forget, because children, whenever you are putting a question mark or the question tags, writing a question tag, right, if you are not going to punctuate it, then you are going to lose your marks. So keep in your mind, children, that always whenever you frame a question or whenever whatever question tag is being used, at the time you have to use the punctuation, it's a question mark properly, right? So let us see still more examples. For example, here I take the example of what you call animal. Okay, the cat is drinking milk. Okay, the cat is drinking milk. So first thing you have to find out is the helping verb or the auxiliary verb. Okay, that is. Is the helping verb over there. And the second thing is the sentence, whether it is affirmative or negative. Obviously the sentence is in affirmative. So now I am going to add not to the question tag. Is not. And the cat is a naming word and it is an animal, right? So we are going to use the pronoun for animal as it. That's it. Okay. And the question mark. So I had to write it in a contraction form, that is isn't it. That's it. Okay. So this is not it, you should not write isn't it. Wherever you are writing the question tag, you write it in a short form. Okay. If you are using not. Here not required because we haven't used not here. Okay. So let us see some example. Children, now here when I gave the three sentences, okay, that is they are not playing, Raju is a good boy, the cat is drinking milk. Okay, it was easy for us because we had the helping verb directly used. Okay, suppose in a sentence there is no helping verb, then what we will do? Let us see. Okay, so for example, if my sentence is, okay, Rahul writes a Rahul writes a letter. Okay, here you can see that I had told you that when you are looking into the sentence, first thing you have to find out is the auxiliary verb. Okay, but you can see that clearly that in the sentence there is no auxiliary verb at all. Now what we should do? Yes, we have an option, children. See there. See, whenever the sentence is not, it doesn't have a what do you call the auxiliary verb. First, to find out whether the sentence is in a simple present tense or a simple past tense. So this also I have told you in my previous videos and all. Okay, the present tenses and all. So Rahul writes a letter. It is in simple present tense. So whenever it is in simple present tense, we take the help of the helping verb, that is do or does. Do or does. But where to use do, where to use does? See, already you have learned in your previous classes and all that we use does with the singulars and do with the plural subjects. Okay, and exception cases with the you and I, right? So Rahul writes a letter is there. So here we don't have any auxiliary verb in the sentence. So obviously we are going to use this helping verb, that is does. Okay, so now that is being taken here. I am using does because Rahul is singular. Okay, so and I have told you the next part is that whether the sentence is in affirmative or negative sentence. Okay, so here the sentence is in affirmative, then I am going to add not for the question tag, and the third thing is subject. You can see the subject is a naming word. So and he is a boy. Obviously I am going to use the pronoun he and question mark. Okay, so doesn't he. So here I am going to write the contraction. Doesn't he. Okay, now I will just use a plural form, or we have exception case with I, right? I. I write a letter. Okay, so I write a letter is there. So again here we don't have any helping verb over there, and I have told you that here whenever the plurals are there and you and I, if we use, we take the help of do here, children, and it is not the same for all the what do you call I's and all. Okay, we have said to them if the helping verb is not there, then we take the help of do and does. As I told you, if the helping verb is there, it is damn easy for you. Just pick up the helping verb from the sentence and go for the next process. Okay, but here in the question, in the sentence, when you don't have the what do you call the helping verb, there we take the help of do and does. Okay, I write a letter is there, so I should use do. Okay, and this is an affirmative sentence. Then I am going to add not to the question tag, and the last one is I. I itself is a pronoun, so I am going to use do not I. So let us make it a contraction form, that is don't I. Okay, so this is how you make. So let us see with some more example. Children, here you have learned that when the present tense is being used, we use do and does, but if the sentence is in past tense, okay, past tense. For example, if I say Sangeeta sang a song. Okay, Sangeeta sang a song. Sang is the past tense of sing. Sing, sang, sung. Okay, sang is the past tense of sing. Right? Here the sentence is in past tense. So here we take the help of the past tense did, because the past tense of do is did. Okay, so here again I am going to use this did, and the sentence is in affirmative. Then I am going to add not. Then Sangeeta is a girl, so I use she. Okay, and let me make it a contraction, that is didn't she. the next one. If the sentence is having the negatives, obviously we are going to remove the, we are not going to add the not in the sentence, right? For example, Surabhi did not attend the exam. Okay, here did not attend the exam. So here Surabhi is a girl, did not, already the did is being used. So I am going to use the same thing here, and not is being used in the sentence. So I am not going to use not in the question tag. And Surabhi is a girl, so I am going to use she. Did she? It's that easy one. Okay. So if not is used in the sentence, then we are not going to put the not in the question tag. Okay. Now let us take the help of the helping verb, that is the modal verb will. If the sentence is Rohit will answer the questions. Okay. Rohit will answer the questions. So here Rohit will answer the question. The helping verb or the modal verb here is will. That we are going to write in the beginning. Okay. And what you call the sentence is an affirmative. Affirmative. So we are going to add not to the question tag. Okay. And Rohit is a boy, so I am going to use he. Over. But children, will not, the words sounds good. So we are going to write the short form, that is won't. The short form of will not is won't. Won't he. Okay. So in this way, you are going to frame the question tag. So once again, I repeat, children, whenever if you are going to put the question tag for the sentence, first thing you have to find out in the sentence is that whether the sentence is having any helping verb. Okay. If there is no helping verb, then depending upon the tense of the sentence, we use do or does or did. Okay. And second thing is, next we have to find out whether the sentence is a affirmative sentence or negative sentence, because whenever we are going to put the question, use the question tag, if the sentence is in affirmative, then we are going to add not to the question tag. If the sentence is having not in the not in the sentence, then we are not going to add not in the question tag. Okay. And the third thing, as I told, subject. Okay. If it is a naming word, depending upon the gender or the the things whatsoever, we use the pronoun in that place, not the noun itself. Okay. These three things you have to keep in your mind. So now let us move to the practice book. Okay, children. So just keep the practice book in front of you, children, and hold a pencil and an eraser with you. Okay. So interrogatives, as I have already told you in the video, that what are interrogatives and the difference between the framing sentence, what you call questions, and the question tag, right? So here it may help you, but not in the beginning, but in the middle of this lesson, you will be getting some activity where you have to draw the question tag. Okay. So here interrogatives. So read the following extracts taken from the A3 in the land of Lilliput. So in it fantasy it is, so extract 1 or extract 2, 2 extracts are given. Okay. So gathering all the courage I had left in me, I asked, where am I? Who are you? A man who stood on my stomach replied, you are in Lilliput. Since you are not a Lilliputian like us, we have to make you a prisoner. So it is one extract 1, children. Okay. Now extract 2. Hey, what are you doing? I screamed nervously. You are being taken to the emperor. I was told in the palace I was taken to the emperor's chamber. The emperor seemed to be wise. Who are you? What are you doing in my kingdom? He asked in a booming voice. I began to explain. My name is Lemuel Gulliver. Your Majesty, I am an English sailor. Okay. So here two extracts is given, children. Now what you have to write is that you have to just pick out the questions. Okay, that is interrogative sentences. That is the questions which is asked in the extract 1 as well as in extract 2. Okay, so of course in the first extract we have two questions: where am I and who are you, right? So where am I and who are you is given. And in extract 2, what are those? What are you doing? Who are you? What are you doing in my kingdom? These three sentences are in interrogative form, right? So here, children, just want you to write down these answers by yourself. Okay, the question game it is now. So work with your partner. One of the students, B, should look around the classroom. The other student, A, should ask questions about various objects and activities in the classroom. One example has been done for you. As you ask the questions, keep noting them down. Okay, so it is just an activity where you have to ask the questions and all, means not you have to not ask, right? Like you have to just observe. See there, work with your partner. One of the students should look around. You have to just look around the classroom. The other student should ask questions about various objects and activities in the classroom. One example has been done for you. As you ask the questions, keep noting them down. Okay. So what is written on the blackboard? The name of the subject is written on the blackboard. So what is the teacher doing? So we can just say that she is teaching the class, or she is observing the children writing their doing their work, right? Whatsoever it is. So in that we have to ask the questions and try to do that. Okay. So here it is. The teacher is teaching the students. How many fans are there in the class? There are 6 fans in the classroom. What are the students doing? The students are writing in the book. Children, even you can also put your any kind of question. You can even take the name of your friend also. What is means in your classmates you have what do you call? We have Aryan is there, then Vikas is there, Shreya is there, Spurti is there, right? Megha is there. Many of them. So you can use their names also. What is Spurti doing, or what is like Manyata doing? In that way, you can just ask the questions and you can have to reply the answer also. Means you have to frame the question yourself and you have to give the answer, because now you are not in the school. So I just want you to do it on your own. Okay, don't copy the same sentence what I have given there. You can write on your own also. Okay, just turning the next page. Yes. So here, children, they have already given some answers. Just we have to understand it and frame the question. Not in any which way. You have to just frame your question in an appropriate way. Okay. So here, first one is given. The answer is given is at Agra in India. So where is the Taj Mahal? Okay. Next is kangaroo, right? So which is the national animal of Australia? It is kangaroo. Next one, Beijing is given. Which is the capital of China? It is Beijing. Next, Heathrow. It is which is the famous airport in London? It's Heathrow is an airport. Okay, so it is in London. So which is the famous airport in London? Alfred Nobel. Who discovered dynamite? So you can just copy down the questions over there, children. Okay, next is 11 players in each team. How many players are there in each team of cricket? Tetanus toxoid. What does TT stands for? Stands for means what is the full form of TT? It has been asked. Okay. Then at the age of 18, what is the minimum age of cast vote? To cast vote. Okay. If you have to vote, you should be at least 18 years old, right? So then, which is the famous dance of Tamil Nadu? That is Bharatanatyam. Which is the largest planet of solar system? That is Jupiter. You just have to frame the question, which is by giving which is given the hint over there. Okay. Now you children, here in this page, the passage given below is a summary of the story, The Rich Lady and the Artist, as you already have listened to this story, right? Of the unit Wit and Humor of my English reader. Read it carefully, then frame questions to answer given. Okay, already the answer is being given over there. You have to frame the question for that. Once a rich lady asked a well-known artist to paint a portrait. When the portrait was complete, he invited the lady to see it. The lady came to the studio with her pet dog, Tommy. The lady showed the portrait to her dog, who showed no interest in it. The wealthy lady refused to take the portrait.
The painter asked her to come the next day. He said that he would make the portrait look real. The next day, the painter rubbed the portrait with a juicy piece of meat. When the dog saw the portrait, it wagged its tail and ran to it and began to lick it. The lady was very pleased and paid a big price for it. Okay. Now the answer is she wanted him to paint her portrait. So we can ask the question, what did the rich lady want to pay to do? Yes, right. So what is her dog's name? We can write the answer is given Tommy over there. Tommy showed no interest in it. When what happened when he saw the portrait also we can write, right? We can just check out here. What did the lady want from the artist? What was the name of the her dog? How did Tommy react? Right? So next we see. The questions are given over there. He said he would make the portrait look real. What did the artist say to the lady? Or you can say, what did the artist promise the lady? Also we can say. Then, what did the dog do to see the portrait? Okay, he just started wagging its tail, right? The dog licked because the painter had rubbed the portrait with a juicy piece of meat. So, why did the dog lick the portrait? Is the question that you can frame over there. Okay. Now, children, which I have already taught in the beginning of this video, the question tags. Till now, you were framing questions. Okay, but now it is a question tag, and children, once again remember that what are the rules and regulations to frame the question tag. Okay, that you keep in your mind. See here, you have to write some sentences. Choose 5 students from your class and write down anything that you remember about each one of them. Okay, the first one has been done for you. See, Monica hates a snake. Mohak does not come to school by bus. Then you can ask Ravi. He loves to eat cakes. Okay, in that way, you can just frame your own sentences here first. Tell their likings and not likings and all. See, the Rima is given. Rima likes to play badminton. Dia likes to eat cake. Kamal does not like to eat cold things. Okay, so these are the sentences. Now, children, you have to frame add the question tag for these sentences. As I have already told that, first you have to check out for the auxiliary verb or the helpful verb. Then you have to check out whether the sentence is an affirmative or negative, and then find the subject. Okay. So here in the first sentence, Monica hates snakes is given over there. Okay. So already it is given. You have to write the same sentence. Monica, you hate snakes. Right. Here we don't have the helping verb, so we have to take the help of do or does. And so in that we have written. See what it is given there. Right? Yes. See, Monica, you hate. See, there if you write Monica hates snake means doesn't she would have come. Okay, because there we are not using the pronoun you there. But here in the sentence you can see that you hate snake. So we have used don't you. Mohak, you don't come to school by bus, do you? Means immediately after the sentence you have to put the comma and write on the question tag there. Okay, Rima, you like to play badminton, don't you? Dia, you like to eat cake, don't you? But why I am using here don't you? Because the subject is you there, right? That's the reason. So, and Kamal, you don't like to eat cold things, do you? Because already not is used in the sentence, so there not is used, not used in the question tag. Okay. Yes. Now what is your duty is you had to, in the worksheet number 5, you have to rewrite the following passage in the space provided on the next page by punctuating it using the capital letters, full stops, commas and questions marks wherever required. Okay, you have to read it. If you wherever you feel that okay, comma I had to put, the capitals I had to put, there all you had to put. You can just check out, children, wherever I have put, you just observe properly and you can write down. Once upon a time, comma, O is a capital here, and after time, comma, there were 3 pigs, full stop. They, again T capital, they left home to go and earn some money. The first pig who went towards the west met a man carrying a bundle of straw. Full stop. May I come in? May I have your bundle of straw? May I have your bundle? It's a question asking someone. Okay, it's a question mark. Then ask the pig, why do you need it? Ask the man, I wish to build a house. The man who was very kind gave him a bundle of straw. Okay. Now you see. It is do it yourself actually, but okay, I have given the answers, you can check out. So why are you so late, sir? I had an accident. What? Accident? Where did it take place? Okay. Then we have the next page. Yes, Mr. Kapoor, how did it happen? Some children suddenly ran across the road. I wanted to save them. Which parts of the car are damaged? The windscreen is broken and there are few dents. Should I throw you out of the job? No, sir, please don't throw me out of the job. I will be very careful in future. How will I go to office? Sir, I will get you a taxi. Okay, this is what you can see they have used over there, right? Next you see. Here it's a what you call the conversation between the inspector and the Pratik here. Okay, so here Pratik is being kidnapped, Pranav is being kidnapped, and Pratik was there when the kidnap was going on. So here the police is inspecting or investigating the this boy, that is Pratik. Okay, so let us see what answers he, what kind of questions he will ask for this. There were two men, so obviously how many persons were there, right? So one was wearing a blue shirt and jeans, while the other was wearing a t-shirt and shorts. So what were they wearing, right? So now you also have to put down the questions over there. Next, they took him in the Maruti car. Which vehicle did they use? No, I did not note the number. Did you note the number of the van? It was white in color. What was the color of the van? Pranav was wearing a light blue shirt and a navy blue trousers, which is over 5,000 school. This is about school, our school uniform. So what is the color? What was the color of the van? We can say Pranav was wearing a blue t-shirt and navy uniform. What was Pranav wearing? So no, not there here, but I will ask his mother to give him this photograph. Thank you, Pratik. That was a big help. We will try to find Pranav. Thank you, Inspector. So here now, children, what you have to do is in the next page. It is a homework for you. Find out, go and find out. Okay, just write out. Write down the things you think you remember about any member of the family. Add a question tag as shown in the example. Nancy, you love dogs, don't you? Right. In the same way, you have to what you call give the question tag for the sentences which you are going to frame. So next we have these. So what are these called as? Okay, cavalry. What do you call soldiers of horseback? It's called as cavalry. Atlas. What do you call the study of stars? Called as what do you call, astronomy. What do you call the book of maps? It is called as atlas. Army. Who repairs water pipes and taps? Which is the smallest bird? You can just check out. Try, children, always first try and then check the answers in the video. Okay. So here also you have to write down the question tags over there. The girl is singing, isn't she? Your sister does play the guitar, doesn't she? So in that way, you can see doesn't is used because here already is given and not is added. And the last page you can just write out on your own. See there, what is given over there? You will come to my party, won't you? She will win the vase, won't she? In that way you have to write. Okay, next, the mother has cooked food, hasn't she? Your father has returned from his tour, hasn't he? Right? Then you do like reading, don't you? They do like your brother, don't they? Okay, don't they? Your friend is not ill, is she? Your friend is not ill, is she? Okay, it's already given the question there. Your mother is not a doctor, is she? Again. Your examinations are not over yet, are they? You are not going to set a see the TV. You are not going to set the see the TV. You are not going to set the, here not is being used. So are you? Directly we can ask, are you? So Sheila does not like pet animals, does she? Ankur does not know how to swim. Does not is given. Does he? We have to write. Okay, does he? The teacher will not excuse me for this, will she? The sports will not be cancelled, won't it? The boys have not finished the game, have they? Your holidays have not begun yet, have they? Okay, this is the way how you have to write on this. Try it out, children, and complete it off. Hope so you might have understood much better.